Welcome to day 7 of our yoga journey. Today is going to be all about core strengthening and arm balances. I hope you guys enjoy it and please let me know how you're getting on in the comments below. I see you on the mat. Let's start by laying down on the mat with the hands on your stomach. Bring the attention on this part of the body that we're going to work during this flow. If you want, you can set an intention and come back to the intention throughout the practice. Bring your knees to your chest and hug your knees. On your next inhale, take the big toes coming into your happy baby. You can also hold your ankle or any part of your legs that you're able to reach. The aim is to keep the knees wide and pull them towards the floor. Release, and remaining with the leg in this position, bring your hands towards the ceiling and start to engage your core by bringing the knees closer to your chest. Make sure that both your feet and hands are active. Hold closer to your chest. Exhale, release, and hug your knees. Send your legs straight up to the sky. Bring the hands behind your head and start to bring one leg to the floor and then the other one. Continue alternating legs. Keep your core engaged and keep the head lifted. Release and hug your knees. Bring the hands behind your head. Keep your knees bent. And start to cycle with your legs in one direction, making sure that your core is engaged. And change direction. Release, hug your knees. You can move left and right to release the tension. And then bring your hands behind your knees and start to roll up and down the mat. Come to seated, place your hands on the mat and transition to a tabletop position. Make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrist and the weight is distributed between your hands and your knees. Inhale, send your right leg long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, leg long. Exhale to elbow. And again, leg long. And when you exhale, bring your knee to chest and hold. And release. Repeat on the left. Inhale, left leg goes long. Exhale to elbow. Inhale, long. Exhale to chest. Again, long. Exhale to elbow. Inhale, leg long. And exhale to chest and hold. And release. Coming back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and send your pelvis back, coming into your down dog. Start alternating your knees, simulating a walk. And lengthen your spine, making sure to send your pelvis up to the sky. Try to release any tension in your legs. Hold. Look forward and start to do small steps to the front of the mat, coming into your halfway lift. Forward fold. You can keep your knees bent and grab the elbow, starting to swing left and right. Release your hand and start to come up with your back. The head is the last to come up. We arrive in our mountain pose. Inhale, look up, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands on the floor, and step back with your right leg, coming into your low lunge, hands up to the sky. Exhale, release, step back, coming into plank. If you want, you can bring your knees to the floor, bend your elbows, inhale, cobra, and exhale, come back to your down dog. Inhale, step or jump to the front of the mat, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly come to your mountain pose and release. Inhale, hands up to the sky, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with your back straight. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back with your left leg, knees on the floor. Hands over your head, come into your low lunge. Exhale, release, place your hand on the floor, tuck your toes, lift your left knee and come back to your down dog. Push the floor away with your hands, send your pelvis up to the sky. Keep your back straight. Your knees can be bent. Exhale, step forward, bringing your foot outside of your right hand. Left knee comes to the floor. Gently push your knee to the right side. You can use your hand to increase the stretch. Remember to be gentle. Exhale, release, bring the right hand to the floor. Tuck your left toe, lift your knee and start to shuffle back and forward. We are warming up the hip. If this is too much, don't worry and you can hold this position static. Exhale, step back to plank. You can lower your knee to the floor, bend your elbow, inhale, cobra or up dog, and exhale, come back to your down dog. Inhale, step forward with your left leg, bringing your foot outside of the hand. Gently push your left knee outside. You can use your hand to increase the stretch. Inhale, release, bring the hand to the floor, tuck your right toe, lift your knee, and start to shuffle back and forward with your leg. We're warming up the hip. Again, if you feel this is too much, just keep the position static. Exhale, step back to plank, lower your knees to the floor, bend your elbow, inhale, look up, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes and push your pelvis back, come into your down dog. Inhale, step forward with your right foot, placing it outside of your hand. Left knee is lifted. We shuffle back and forward like before. Now step forward with your left foot. We come into Malasana, the yogi squat. Knees are wide, feet are wide, and you can use your elbow to keep your knees wide. Just make sure that your back is straight. Exhale, release, coming into a forward fold. You can keep the knees bent and lengthen your spine to the floor. Inhale, come all the way up, bringing your hands over your head. Look to the ceiling. Exhale, release, coming back, hands to the floor. Bend your knees, step back to plank. Lower your knees to the floor, bend your elbows. Inhale, look up, cobra. And when you exhale, come back to your down dog. Back straight, knees can be bent. Inhale, step forward with your left foot, bringing it outside of your hand. Right knee is lifted. Shuffle back and forward to warm up the hip. Exhale, step forward with your right foot, coming into Malasana again. You can keep the heels lifted if that helps. Exhale, release, coming into your forward fold. Your knees can be bent and you can try to lengthen your back towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, push your shoulder blade together. Exhale, release. And when you now come back to mountain pose, bringing your hands over your head, look up and release. Bring your hands to prayer pose in front of your chest. Bring the attention back to your core and to your breathing. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. exhale, forward fold. Place your hands to the floor, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Once your knees are on your elbows, you can start to shift your weight forward and start to lift one foot, keeping one on the floor, and release, and then the other one, keeping the other one on the floor, and release. If this is enough, you can keep repeating this. Otherwise, you can try to lift both feet. Make sure to keep your gaze in front of you, as it will help with the balance. Just know where to stop. And exhale, release, and come to seated. Find a comfortable position, and let's do some exercises for our wrist. Start to roll your wrist in one direction, and then bring the right hand forward and pull your fingers back. Don't pull too hard, as our wrists are very delicate. Change direction. And release, and let's change hand. Pulling our left fingers backward. And change direction. Release. Bring your feet together, having your knees wide. Hands can come on your feet, and make sure to keep your back straight. Here now, bring your chest forward, trying to bring your belly to your feet. And when you exhale, round your back and try to bring your head towards your feet this time. At the same time, try to keep your knees open, as wide as possible. Exhale, release. Keep your right knee bent and send the left leg long. Left leg is active, your back is straight. Here now, and when you exhale, bend over your left leg. You can get hold of your foot, your ankle, or the leg, wherever you prefer. At each inhalation, try to go deeper in the pose. Exhale, release, and change leg. Right leg is long, left is bent. Here now, bend over the right leg. Also in this case, hold the leg wherever you prefer. And try to bring your chest closer to your thigh. Exhale, release. Cross your left foot over your right leg. Right leg is active. Here now, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist over your left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure to keep your back straight. Exhale, come back to center. Left leg is long. Right foot cross over the left leg. Here now, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist over the right knee. Gaze over the right shoulder. Make sure to keep your back straight. Exhale, release. Come to a comfortable seated position. Start to move your shoulder and release any tension in your back, your neck area and shoulders area. You can do the movement that you prefer. There is no right or wrong. Here now, release, come to neutral position. Bring one hand on your stomach and one on your heart, and close your eyes. Notice your breathing. And notice the sensation in the body after this practice. How do you feel right now compared to 15 minutes ago when we started the practice? Take this moment to thank yourself for the time that you found and that you have dedicated yourself. Bring your hands to prayer pose, your elbows together, and your finger to your forehead. Thank you very much. Namaste. I hope you enjoy the practice and I see you tomorrow for day 8. Have a great day.